to invite you in to my Wickedly Divine Feminine tour. I almost got pulled in by Mavericks. She changed her name to the Divine Maverick Show, and I'm like, that's fucking awesome. And that is so what it feels like in my inner world in terms of like, it's my show right now. But one, I like that I went with tour, and two, I don't need to do that. You know what I mean? I'm happy with what I've got right now. And it's funny because like I went to go do this video, like I put the song of get up off of that thing and dance till you feel better. Get up off of that thing, right? Because that's the energy of today, and especially from the when they put that song in Robots, where they had Robin Williams, and it was like it's a fusion, jazz and junk, you know what I mean, or something like that. Like, but that movie is very, very relevant to this moon too, and a personal relevance. The robot, the coming of age, the father son stuff, the mother stuff, dishwasher, all of it. If you haven't seen that movie, go watch it. Look for syncs and signs in it, and listen to the song and see how you feel about it. Like if you don't resonate with that song right now, maybe you're not on this channel just yet. But I tell you what, this is a fun wavelength to be on and say, get up off of that thing and dance till you feel better, right? And right now, it's funny because I could totally feel, actually, what I feel is the coming full moon in Pisces, or in Virgo in Pisces season. That's like in March. But like, I'm feeling this moon here, though, of like we have, so on the 16th of February, we have the full moon in Leo. And remember, you get 3 days before, 3 days after. So it's kind of actually, it's kind of a 5 day thing. It's not really like a full, like 3 days each, but it's like a 5 day thing around each moon. And full moons are for releasing and stuff like that. And so it's like, but oftentimes when we're releasing something, like we're experiencing it too, right? And I was looking up, there was something that was just like, whoa, like, okay, you're excited and you want to talk about this and you're learning some stuff and you're getting the downloads and the intuition, but whoa, Nelly, whoa, like, slow down and make sure that you look up some things. There's some stuff that we want to show you. And it's funny because, like, when I looked into it, I laughed because this full moon is also in some Salish tribes known as the moon when frog talks, and it's the worm moon, and it's very much like it's like spring and also not spring. It's like that in between point, but it's that point where you should be like tilling things and getting ready to plant things and stuff like that. And it's also one of those, like, you can feel the warmer weather coming. If you're manifesting things, you can feel those coming. If you're on a twin flame journey, you can probably feel your DM coming in and stuff, because when the sun begins to be highest in the sky, that's masculine energy too. So oftentimes you might see masculines that are much more like peppy and willing to work with you and stuff, like not just DMs, but just masculine energy in general, and that they're more willing to do stuff when the sun is high in the sky and it's warm and things like that. And so, and you probably feel your own inner masculine energy too. And Leo is definitely a very like masculine sign too. And it's one of those ones where you want to look at like the heart of the matter. I used to do these readings like way back, and I'm sure Twintuitive probably watching this remembers my readings on that, as like the heart of the matter readings. And I got that because I'd been learning about Leo. Now, there are some other signs that are attached to the heart, but Leo really has like the biggest attachment to the heart and stuff like that. And it's that place where like we can be magnanimous, and it's also our inner feeling of royalty. And so because the moon will be in Leo, so we have the sun in Aquarius, and it creates an interesting dynamic whenever we have, like, it creates an opposition. Anytime you have a full moon, there's an opposition to the sun. It's always the polar opposite. And so there's usually these two energies. Like, it's funny, I've learned that, like, while oppositions definitely create a push-pull sort of dynamic, you want to go towards the middle. You want to, like, don't push, don't pull. Like, ride through the middle of it. Go through the gate. Like, I wanted to say never ending story, but that feels kind of like there and not there. But in any case, it's funny, I just got a text came in and it totally like but so with Aquarius, we have more of the collective, religious things like that, and also like because Aquarius has some amount of mixture with Saturn, we also see like government stuff. And 11th house is definitely like more of the collective, whereas Leo is the individual. Leo is the inner child, the rec room, the space where we get theatrical and things like that. And so as the sun is illuminating in Aquarius, we can see a lot of different like collective things going on. Whereas like with having Leo in, the full moon in Leo, it illuminates that part within us that like we can see ourselves in the collective and then feel that space where it's like, is there space in this collective, in this community, in this family, in this neighborhood, in this job for me to be me, for me to match my greatest authenticity, for me to feel like not conceited enough to believe I'm the best in the world, but to believe that I am worthy of status of like royalty, of my own royalty, of being my own divinity, of being that sort of stuff, you know? I swear, since I started this video, suddenly the street next to me that was like not dead, but it was very low, is now very noisy. It's like life is bursting forth already, and that's this energy that I'm definitely feeling with this Leo full moon. I mean, even today, I'm sitting at a new Walmart that I've not been to yet. It's up in Bellingham because something just said, you know what, go up to that one. It will have what you need, because I have a job interview today. At a pretty well-known, at least locally, burger joint. I'm going to keep it to myself for right now. And you know what's funny is like, it's a job as a cook, and I like that idea, but I also like, after the last job that I had as a cook, it's like I've done a lot of work in kitchens. Like, there's a lot of things I still don't know and a lot of experiences I haven't had, but I've done a lot of work in kitchens. Now, I love cooking. I do love cooking, and especially getting paid to cook and things like that. And I love like the fast-paced dynamics of moving around. Wow, there's a lot of bees here too. I love bee energy, but bees still scare me a little bit. Thankfully, they're just honeybees right now. And you know what? 707, that's probably relatable to this energy too, is like that Leo energy, that like the hive is waking up and the sun is warming up, things can move, because like bees, especially honeybees, no, go out of my car, go out of my car. Honeybees in particular are like when it gets cold, their bodies slow down, they just kind of hibernate, right? And this moon is also got, no, now you're in my car. You leave my lion alone. Isn't that funny though? This honeybee is flying over to I have a little lion stuffy on my thing. Is he gonna go to my book? No. See, you're not gonna find anything in this car, my friend. Okay, he left. And I know it was a he, because those are worker bees, and the worker bees are boys, right? And like, that's that sweetness, and that's so funny that he went right over to my lion. That's probably just why spirit brought him over here. It is a little bit of warrior energy too. Hornets are more so warrior energy. Bees are much more of that feminine energy, and because we have the Taurus Scorpio nodal aspect going on, and I just learned too, with this full moon in Leo, we have the lunar nodes of fate being activated. I thought that so the North Node stuff, it's like it already switched over. It actually switched over in December, but I didn't realize there was an activation period, and it's being activated with this full moon. And like, so we have the opposition between Aquarius and Leo going on between the sun and the moon, and that lines up to create a grand cross with the Taurus and Scorpio nodal. It's the lunar nodes, like the face of it that we see and the shadow behind it. And like, that's going to be really, really important, especially for those of you that have been following along and following the moon phases and learning your moon magic and stuff like that, because the next moon after that is going to be very significant. The Virgo full moon in Pisces season every year, it's kind of its own, like, it's its own year going from one to the other. But the things that we plant between now and then that we have like more secured, those are the things that are going to be manifesting, especially by the peak in Virgo season, when we get the Pisces full moon. And then the energy will continue, but it'll kind of like integrate, it'll level in, you'll be more used to it by the time we hit the new moon after that. And so like, you really, like, with this Leo full moon, like, it's illuminating that space where you want to have fun, where you want to feel heart warmth, where you want to hear music. Maybe you might want to sing. In fact, if you can sing, do it. And just like the song says, get up off of that thing and dance till you feel better. And like, for me, in my life experience, dancing means a whole lot of different things. And so like, it's not just about go and dance. Dancing is your spiritual walk. It is your communication with spirit and yourself and other people. Like this whole life is a dance. So get up off of that thing and dance until you feel better. All right, y'all. See you in the next video.